Hi, tonight I'm going to talk about something that I doubt will be an issue for very many people, but I think it may have been an issue for me personally, and that's sodium. Now, you're always hearing about people getting too much, and even in a vegan diet, it should be easy to get plenty, but I've always been pretty lazy, and I always liked pretty plain stuff, so back when I ate more normal food, I had a much healthier sodium intake than most people because I didn't put salt on stuff all the time, and I ate a lot of stuff that was more plain than normal. But I still had some things that were salty. But now, eating all these fresh raw fruits and vegetables, there's not that much sodium in them. I think there's probably some, but when you're a large man and you're really active, you flush a lot of the sodium out of your body when you're working out and stuff. So, and one of the reasons I think that my sodium intake was too low is that my range of motion has decreased. Like both my squats and my deadlifts, I was having a really hard time warming up. Like at the beginning, trying to get down as low as the starting point, or on the squats, getting down to parallel for the bottom portion of the lift. I was just so tight, and that didn't used to be an issue. And then tonight in Kung Fu class, like normally when I get knocked down, I just leap up in the air, and tonight everything was all sore and cramped and didn't want to move, and so it was really hard to get up after I got knocked down. So that was unusual. So I always get like these raw, unsalted nuts and stuff, but when I got done with Kung Fu, I went and bought some salted nuts, and then I bought like a bag of chips and a jar of salsa, and you'd be surprised. It's probably just the process they do to make salsa, but one jar of salsa has like a whole gram of sodium in it. So they say not to have it go under 500 milligrams, which is like half a gram, and for most people, not to exceed 2.3 grams or 2300 milligrams. So anyway, that's right in that range, and I think a big active person might use more sodium than normal people. I'm not 100% sure. Like I like to kind of feel things out and experiment sometimes, which may not always be smart, but it's worked pretty good for me over the last 40 years. So unless I start seeing things really not going good for me, I think I'll continue going about things that way. Anyway, so that's something. If you like really plain foods, if you've been always kind of keeping your sodium low anyway, and then go vegan, that you might have to pay attention to if you're a strength athlete, because especially if you're somewhere hot like Hawaii with lots of humidity, because you'll sweat more. So big athletes, they tend to use more sodium than regular athletes. So like I said, don't over stress about all these things. Just be aware of them and try to take the steps necessary to just pay attention. Like if you start noticing some symptoms, Google a few things like low sodium intake or iron deficiency or iron overdose, or just look at different things and what the side effects are and see how well they match what you're doing, and or go see a physician if that's your thing, or if you have like some kind of holistic healthcare person, whoever you talk to about things like this. Just it's best not to gamble on your health, so just be attentive. That's all I'm suggesting.